Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to talk to you about why I decided to upgrade finally from the 10s to the 13 Pro and why have I waited so long. So every year I was upgrading my iPhone until I got to the 10s. And the main reason I didn't upgrade after the 10s was just because the phone was just so much, it had so much technology built into it, and every upgrade after that was incremental. Another reason I upgraded every year is just because I was making money off my previous iPhone. Now, the main reasons that I upgraded to the iPhone 13 Pro is because of the better video stabilization and then also just having low light in video. And that's not new technology, but it is a little bit better. But also I found a really good deal on Visible. So I was able to get like a $200 MasterCard and also like a free AirPods Pro. And that's the main reason I decided to upgrade, because I could probably end up making $300 off the phone when I sell it. So this video is kind of about like, if you should upgrade, if you have like an iPhone 8, 9, 10, 11, should you upgrade to the latest and greatest? Like, is it really that worth it? And so we're just going to talk about that and compare this phone with the iPhone 10s and just kind of see where we get to. So the main differences between the iPhone 10s and the 13 Pro that I noticed right away was the camera. The camera is so much better, especially in low light. The video in low light is like fantastic because I was hardly able to do any video at all with the 10s and in any low light at all. So the video is so much better. I mean, of course, you have the cinematic mode, which is kind of cool. The only problem is like, your hair, it's not gonna like cut everything out perfect, but the cinematic mode is just another reason like why I really wanted this phone. But I wish it was a little bit better and had more of the bokeh effect that you see like in a mirrorless camera. So that was a little bit of a letdown, but still like worthy reason to upgrade. The second reason why I really wanted to upgrade is just because my battery was starting to get pretty poor on the 10s. And right now it's at 80% capacity. And so I can get through a day, but when I get home from work about 5 o'clock, I have to kind of start charging it again. So I heard the 13 Pro's battery is way better, and it is. It's just like, I feel like it's probably like 3 times the battery of what I have right now. Another difference I noticed right away was that the iPhone 13 Pro is faster. Now it's like incremental, which is crazy because the 10s is a pretty old phone, so it's just like a little bit faster. Everything opens up a little bit faster. And then another noticeable difference is just the 120 hertz display. You'll notice right off the bat that everything is just, you swipe up, you open the apps, you scroll, and everything is just much smoother. Now, I feel like it's not a reason to buy the newest phone, but it is kind of cool to have those features. Another thing I noticed right away is the ergonomics. Just holding the phone in your hand, it's gonna be like an uncomfortable grip. The phone is not like the 11 or the 10s or the 10. It doesn't have those smooth corners. It has those hard edge corners, and that's uncomfortable to hold. And that was like a big deciding factor on this phone. Like, should I really get this phone? It's like more uncomfortable to hold, and it's actually a little bit bigger. Like, it's just millimeters bigger than my iPhone 10s, but it's still a larger display. And then the camera bump is also a little bit annoying, to have this little bump on your phone that gets rubbed around in your pocket. When you're taking it out of your pocket and putting it back in your pocket, you have to like consider that camera bump, which is just a little bit annoying. So those are all the features I just noticed right away that were just completely different than what I was used to with my iPhone 10s. The thing I love about the iPhone 13 Pro the most is the new cameras. They have a better sensor. It's obvious that you're getting way better low light. The photography is better, but the video is where everything stands out, because the video is just, it's really great what you can do with the low light now on it. I can use it in a dark room and it just brightens everything. I can't explain it. It's just so much better in every way than the video on my previous iPhone. And I'm actually like, it kind of made me think like maybe I could just start making videos on my iPhone rather than taking my mirrorless camera around with me. Currently I shoot with the Sony a7C, and it's awesome, but it's still pretty big and chunky, and you can tell that I'm carrying something. People will notice you when you carry a camera like that, but when you're carrying an iPhone, like, nobody really pays attention to you. Okay, so what are the main cons to the iPhone 13 Pro? One of the biggest ones for me is just the ergonomics. So having those square edges, having just a little bit larger in size, it's actually a little bit heavier than the previous phone, and I feel like you can notice the difference. And then the camera bump. The camera bump it's just annoying to have just that little bump. Anytime you get the phone out, you feel it, you notice it. It's there. It's always there. So those are just some minor things that are just kind of drive me crazy about the new iPhone 13. So those are the main cons, in my opinion, of the newest phone. To me, it's not better in every way than the previous iPhone models because of the ergonomics. It's heavier. It has a camera bump. It has the square finish. It's uncomfortable to hold. Okay, so conclusion: should you upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro? And my answer is no. Like, you really don't need to upgrade. It's more expensive. You can do pretty much everything with the iPhone XS. The only reason I'm upgrading this phone is because when I sell it, I'll be able to make money off of it. You can still do everything with the iPhone XS. You can still use an Apple Watch with the iPhone XS. You're not going to have as good a battery life. You're not going to have as good of a camera. But for the most part of things, it's going to be just fine, and you don't need to upgrade every year. So I don't know. To me, it makes sense to just stick to what you have. And I really fought upgrading because I was just so content with the current phone I have. So what I probably am going to end up doing is selling the iPhone 13 Pro and probably getting just the iPhone 13 or the mini, just because I think it would be nicer to have a lighter and smaller phone, because I really just don't like how large it is in size. And the 120 hertz screen, I feel like, is like the main reason I wanted to upgrade, but it's not. I've been going back and forth from the iPhone 13 to the XS, and I haven't really noticed like that huge of a difference with the screen. It's not like when the iPhone 4 came out and they had the Retina display. That was like a game changer, and I felt like that's when like there's no other better phone on the market. When the Retina display came out, I was like, I want this on all my computers. I don't want to look at another screen unless it has a Retina display. And the 120 hertz is awesome, but it's not. I feel like, in my opinion, it's not a reason to upgrade. Another reason why I think you might want to upgrade is just if your battery is getting pretty poor. Because after having an iPhone for about 3 years, your battery quality is going to go down to about 80% or lower. So what you can do is you can just upgrade your battery. You can go to an iPhone store, or you can find a third party that will just replace your battery, and you pay like $100, $150, and your phone will be like brand new because it will have a new battery in it. The processor will be a little speedier. So if you don't really want to upgrade, I would just upgrade your battery so you have better battery life. And another thing, another reason why I think you don't need to upgrade your phone every year is because I feel like in this day and age, we're starting to come to this point where we're understanding that phones are actually not connecting us to people, and actually kind of becoming more of like a hindrance in our life. With the phone, I mean, we have access to everything. We have access to Google, which pretty much can answer any of our questions. But also having like that many choices in our lives, I feel like, is a little bit dangerous, because it just kind of, having too many choices doesn't allow us to focus on what's most important. And having a phone is just like a huge distraction. And so I feel like having the latest phone really isn't that important. I think it's more important to push yourself away from technology so you can focus on those things that are most important. As an occupational therapist, my job is to kind of help people discover how to become more independent with their daily activities, and how to make their life more meaningful. And I feel like technology and social media and just having an iPhone or a phone in general can take you away from like those things that are most meaningful in your life. So should you upgrade to the newest phone? Probably not. My next video is going to be about how you can make money by upgrading your iPhone every year. So you don't need to upgrade your iPhone every year, but it's more about how you can just make money by getting the latest phone every year. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Subscribe. Talk to you later.